Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If this is the first time I've had the pleasure, nice to make your acquaintance. Today, I am watching the 2007 film Hot Fuzz, directed and written by Edgar Wright. I watched Shaun of the Dead a while back and I was so enthralled by what transpired. I cannot wait to finish this Cornetto trilogy, I think that's how you pronounce it. I've seen Baby Driver by Edgar Wright, and I've also seen The Last Night at Soho. And as I was perusing his filmography, I realized I haven't seen Scott Pilgrim versus the World, so I will rectify that soon. But without further ado, let's get into the 2007 film Hot Fuzz. Coming to you. Let's go.
Police Constable Nicholas Angel attended Hendon College of Police Training, academically excelled in theoretical coursework and final year examinations.
He is a decorated professional.
Your arrest record is 400% higher than any other officer. We're making you sergeant.
In where, sorry?
In Sanford, Gloucestershire.
That's in the country.
Yes!
It's a bit too rustic for his taste.
It's all about being a team player.
If we let you carry on running around town, you'll continue to be exceptional, and we can't have that.
Oh, what?
Put us all out of a job. Respect, sir. You can't just make people disappear.
He's performing too well for his own good? That's diabolical.
There's one thing you haven't taken into account.
That's what the team is going to make of this.
They couldn't be more on board if they tried. Well, I'll be a son of an onion. His hands are tied.
Janine, I've been transferred. I'm moving away for a while.
You just can't switch off, Nicholas. And until you find a person you care about more than your job, you never will.
She has the physiognomy of Kate Blanchett. Is that Kate Blanchett or am I tweaking?
I see.
Oh, Nicholas.
You do realize that window is broken from the inside?
He can't switch it off, man. He has one speed and that speed is go. He's firing on all cylinders 100% of the time. I like that. It could be worse.
I was hoping to check in.
Check in, but you've always been here.
Excuse me.
All work and no play makes Nicholas a dull boy.
I'm Joyce Cooper. I trust you had a pleasant trip. Fascist.
Beg your pardon.
System of government characterized by extreme dictatorship.
This movie's keeping you on your toes.
Hag.
I beg your pardon.
Evil old woman considered frightful or ugly. It's 12 down.
You're dodging a lot of mines in this minefield, bucko. Come on, fight the temptation, man. He can't.
When's your birthday?
22nd of February.
What year?
Every year. Get out.
Hey! When's your birthday?
The young whippersnapper's not wrong.
Is there a problem, officer?
Here, a number of your patrons are underage.
Yeah, the way we see it, it's all for the greater good.
The greater good.
He's cracking the whip. He's tightening the belt. There's a new sheriff in town.
I hope you're not planning on driving that.
No?
No, for sure. Absolutely not. I was just inspecting my door handle for good measure.
I'm taking you to the station.
Tried to pull the fast one. It was not to be.
You in for the night? Go on, force free.
If you really want to process all this, what?
My pen's running out.
Not a problem.
If you stay ready, you never have to get ready. Nicholas Angel. Not a bad motto by which to live.
I'm a slasher, and I must be stopped.
You're a what?
A slasher of prices. Just kidding. I'm Simon Skinner. I run the local supermarché. My discounts are criminal. Catch me later.
Slasher of prices, you say. Ah. Let's cut you down to size.
He's gone.
God. Who's gone?
Why are you dressed like a police officer?
Wait a minute, player.
Because I am one.
Ah, Sergeant.
And the plot thickens, baby.
I see you've already met my boy.
Yeah.
He's the Bronny James of the police force. With all due respect.
Oh, thank you, Danny. Your swear box. All proceeds to the church.
Knob for 10 pounds. I'll take it.
This is where it all happens.
That's Sophie from The Peep Show. If you haven't watched The Peep Show, please do yourself a favor.
She's your only policewoman.
She's not a policewoman.
Hey, she is. I've seen her, bro.
She's a police officer. Being a woman has nothing to do with it.
Oh, I don't know. Comes in handy every so often. I could have given.
Comes in handy? Okay. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Last night's incident will require something rather more serious. Do you like ice cream?
I'm sorry, sir. I don't follow.
Either we won't be short of Chunky Monkey for the next month.
I'm more of a Rocky Road guy, but... So he's a fish out of water, a stickler who's punctilious in a very relaxed environment. How can that be reconciled? Let's go.
You seen a lot of action, Sergeant Angel?
I've experienced my fair share, yes.
Did you cook any fools?
Excuse me?
Did you shoot anybody?
Cook any foods. Did you hold your gun sideways, perchance?
Annette, that Sergeant Angel's coming into your shop. Get a look at his arse.
What about lethal weapon?
No.
You seem dire, dude.
He has his work cut out for him.
You're an atheist.
I'm open to the concept of religion. I'm just not entirely convinced by it.
You're an agnostic.
I think I have a cream for that.
This is exquisite writing.
Can I get a quick shot for the Sanford Citizen? How about you put the teacher in handcuffs?
Don't think that gives off the right signals.
Too cheesy pie. Give the little blonde kid your hat.
I'd rather not.
Oh, wave your it and stick about.
No.
Righty-ho-ho.
Angle. What's your angle, newspaper man? Because I wasn't down for your shenanigans.
Yeah, right. And where's the swan escape from exactly?
The castle.
And who might you be?
Yeah, Mr. Peter Ian Staker.
P.I. Staker.
Yeah.
Right. Piss taker. Come on!
Yes, Mr. Staker.
Or running, IP. IP running.
No luck catching them swans, then?
It's just the one swan, actually.
Singular.
Michael! Yar, Child vomit aisle 6, mop it up. yar.
Mr. Skinner, is there a problem?
Wait,
No.
is Michael the Hound from Game of Thrones? Or do I got my wires crossed?
Well, maybe I'm not the one you should be keeping an eye on.
It's the fridge magnate. His name's George Merchant, made a fortune in kitchen goods.
Fridge magnet.
I was talking about him. Excuse me.
The usual suspects. Ice Ice Baby himself.
Roger that.
This is a nice little intimate town. Everybody got walkie-talkies. What is this, the Truman Show?
You mothers.
Cut through here. Through the gardens. What's the matter, Danny? You never taken a shortcut before?
Okay. Why didn't I see that coming? Oh, I love slapstick. Slap me with the stick till the cows come home. No way. No way. Come on. Sign him to the Jets, because Aaron Rodgers is not it right now. With all due respect.
Do you know this man?
Yeah, he's Auntie Jackie's sister's brother's boy.
And it didn't occur to you to mention this before?
I couldn't see his face, could I? I'm not made of eyes.
I'm not made of eyes. I couldn't see his face. Nepotism has run amok here, huh? It's running rampant.
Have you ever seen Point Break? Patrick Swayze's just robbed this bank. Keanu Reeves is chasing him through people's gardens. And he goes to shoot Swayze, but he can't because he loves him so much. And he's firing his gun up in the air. He's like, oh.
Filthy.
Ever fired your gun up in the air and gone, ah?
No, I have not ever fired my gun up in the air and gone, ah.
I just feel like I'm missing out sometimes. I want to do what you do.
You do what I do.
Doo-doo. Ah, infantile.
It's car chases, proper action and
Police work is not about proper action. If you'd have paid attention to me in school, you'd understand that it's not all about gunfights and car chases.
It's about keeping the peace. Get with the program, Angle says.
Am I going a tad fast, officer?
Yes, you were, Mr. Blower.
We are staging a homage
William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. I'm a little late for the dress rehearsal. I'm playing the eponymous hero, you see.
He's a thespian. Trotting the boards.
Oh, just stop writing.
You're playing the male lead in a homage to William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet.
Look, this is preposterous.
Preposterous.
Stop writing!
He's turned into a court stenographer.
This notebook has saved my skin more times than I care to mention. You should think about using yours more often.
I do use mine.
I mean, that's a valuable utilization of it. Oh, man. I love being in this movie's hands right now. I like the rhythm of it. The tone.
A nameless bargain to engrossing death. To my love.
Poison!
That girl is poison.
I'll kiss thy lips.
It's like, wait a minute. Experimental theater, am I right? I'm not a Shakespearean buff, but I don't think that was in the original manuscript.
Eve works in the local council, Sergeant. Quite the lady in the know.
I am not.
Nonsense. Sure, if we bashed your head in, all sorts of secrets would come tumbling out.
Ah, unsettling, macabre behavior. Heebie-jeebies. And they just glossing by it, glossing over it.
She certainly has a distinctive laugh.
Always had a thing for him.
She clearly has a thing for older men.
What, was Martin Blur? No way.
Are you calling her a grave robber, Nicholas?
Constable, their kiss was the only convincing moment in it.
Again, let me extend my sincere apologies for earlier.
It's quite all right, Mr. Blower. Drive safe.
Drive safe. You know, that's a bloke we done for speeding earlier.
Hopefully, that's the last we'll see of him.
Little breadcrumb. That's funny, dude. He couldn't let the situation pass without observing, like, no. That was excellent wordplay. Are you aware?
To us.
Where's it?
Oh. Good googly moogly.
Decaffeinated.
Little Brian Libby found him. Must have hit the sign at some speed.
It's like that head in Hereditary. Spoiler alert, uh-oh.
Took the old top off.
I don't like top off on this layboy.
And then ended up here.
I love Olivia Colman so much. She's the favorite.
Mr. Skinner, do you mind telling me how you know the identity of the persons involved?
News travels fast.
Hello?
Okay. Something's up with this fella here, dude.
I interviewed him all. Was he Mombo?
Right. What did he say?
He only chopped him down because he couldn't see you.
This film and I are getting married. Hopefully we won't have a red wedding.
Mr. Webley, I trust you have a license for that firearm.
I does for this one.
He does for this one? What do you mean by this one?
A little ammunition emporium. Interminable amount of guns.
And what is this?
Sea mine. Sea mine.
Webley, this is an extremely dangerous collection. It's a wonder nobody's been hurt before.
Just a lot of junk.
Yo! You're playing with fire here. No. Let's blow this joint, dude. Danny wanted some proper action. That was close.
What can I get you that isn't a cranberry juice?
I don't really want to get drunk.
You can get a little drunk.
Okay, I'll have one.
Just a wee bit sloshed. There we go. Okay, loosen the tie a little bit. Nicholas, huh?
You don't switch off, do you?
You sound like my ex.
I think it's amazing. What made you want to be a policeman?
Officer.
What made you want to be a policeman officer?
What made you want to become a police officer?
I don't know. Dad does it. After my mum died, it's what he wanted, you know, keep me close by.
Do you mind if I ask how she died?
Traffic collision. I'm sorry.
And he used the word collision.
Watch this.
Jesus Christ!
Wait a second. He's a genius at prestidigitation. I was like, oh, this just took a left turn.
As we were just discussing the accident, what say we drink to their demise?
Shouldn't that be drink to their memories?
Drink to their demise. That's a peculiar turn of phrase. Bollocks.
I think somebody needs to go home. Him. We did get a little drunk. You get it? Because he's little and he's drunk.
Oh, good grief. It's hardly in keeping with the village's rustic aesthetic.
How much do I owe you?
20 quid.
There you go.
He didn't miss a beat. That's funny.
Bye-bye.
I would not want to be here in the morning.
Oh, man. He's not going to be him in the morning, apparently.
Unless you want to come in for a cup of coffee.
I don't drink coffee. No caffeine after midday.
It can be decaffeinated. He's trying to build a rapport with you, man. Open up the kimono. You know what I mean?
When did you move in?
That is masterful editing.
Point Break or Bad Boys 2?
You are pulling my leg.
This has convinced me I need to watch Point Break.
What did you think of that?
Well,
This movie making is ingenious, man. I'm completely immersed in the story.
This is about to go off.
Yo. And there's a nice little symmetry because we had the anticlimactic scene with the sea mine and then it gets evened out with the actual explosion.
Nasty.
Oh.
Mr. Merchant tried to have a little fry up and left the gas on.
I mean, that's one way to explain it off.
Actually, I just wanted to ask, what's your perfect Sunday?
No deal with the press, Sergeant.
Hot Fudge. I like the elements, the ingredients of this story and how it's all coalescing.
this is a rifle range.
You'll be really good at it. Feeling lucky, Sergeant?
It's been 2 years. He doesn't want to pick up a gun.
Take out all the little people to get to waltz off with the cuddly monkey. Dear Lord.
Will it squeeze me?
It's amazing.
And so is that.
As a doctor, he can deal with it.
Hi, Mr. Messenger. I need to talk to you about George Merchant. Hello. The churchyard, 3 o'clock.
Sergeant Nicholas Angel. Prick. Wanger.
Hello. The first name is Simon Skinner.
The ever-present Simon Skinner.
Tim Messenger.
Wait. His last name is actually Messenger? Oh, no way. Oh, is this his... Oh! Stop the presses. That is morbid.
Stand back, there's been a terrible accident. Just an accident.
A collision with a steeple, a finial. So obviously, by implication, we think it's Skinner, but I think Skinner's the red herring. But who's to say? This movie, I can't put my finger on the pulse of this movie at all, and I love it.
Patrol the a churchyard with Saxon. Nicholas, Danny.
You know what to do.
You know what to do. Hey, yeah. You know what to do.
Did you find anything? Yeah. I was extremely shocked when I looked at my watch and discovered that I should be in the pub.
These guys. Always cracking wise. With the shades on and it's raining.
Have you listened to anything that I've said? What do you mean? Is anything I've told you in the last 2 weeks sunk into that thick skull of yours? Yeah. Has it? Like what? You don't know how to switch off.
Hey, don't misplace your anger on Danny here, man. I have a feeling he's the glue to the entire operation. Or is it wishful thinking? I don't know. I'm down for this ride, baby. I'm buckled up, Buttercup. Let's ride.
Thanks for the monkey.
What was it?
I want it for you. Danny, I think I'm onto something. With a little deliberation, we can figure out what links these deaths.
Me?
Come on, partner.
So hopeful. So desirous of a companion and to be involved. Nice little vulnerable moment.
Hello, Miss Tiller. I was wondering, do you have any Japanese peace lilies?
Miss Turner put the whore in horticulture.
You going somewhere, Miss Tiller?
Yes.
Everything Must Go. A great movie by Will Ferrell. Underrated.
Why the move, if you don't mind me asking?
You know that fella who blew up?
George Merchant.
Well, George Merchant, God rest him, wanted to buy this land. I thought I might take them up on it. Finds out about the route and tells me this land is very valuable. Apparently they want to build a big shopping centre.
This is like sensory overload for him. I think he's cracked the code.
Cousin says it can go.
Could you just excuse me for just 1 second?
Oh. What the front door? Come on, baby. Cut to the chase. Who is this ne'er-do-well? He's agile AF. AF obviously stands for almost ferociously. I don't know what you were thinking.
Hang about.
This fella's indefatigable.
Leslie Tiller was murdered.
Just like Tim Messenger.
Yes.
George Merchant.
Yes.
And Eve Draper.
Yes.
Mark Blower.
No, actually. Cause he was. Thank you, Danny.
You bet those sweet cheeks it was murder. M for murder.
It was just another nasty accident.
But Leslie Tiller tripped and fell on her own shears.
Ben Fletcher fell on his pitchfork the other week.
That's sheer imaginative thinking.
You have to understand, there hasn't been a recorded murder in Sanford for 20 years.
But, sir, I'm certain.
It's high time. Hasn't been a murder in 20 years, so they really think they're ready to chalk all this up to a coincidence. A coinky dink, if you will. And I hope that you would, because you could and you should.
Simon Skinner, I'm arresting you on suspicion of the murder of Leslie Tiller.
Why on earth would I do that?
You brutally murdered her with her own shears and made good your escape utilizing your impressive skills as a fun runner.
Is there some veracity to this, huh?
Very entertaining, but I rather think you've been watching too many films.
He hasn't.
Why would I?
Danny's the authority on the matter.
Something that placed you at the scene of the crime. Or perhaps a wound you sustained on a piece of broken glass this very evening. This very evening.
Sergeant, this is beginning to get embarrassing.
Plot twist.
How could I possibly be in several places at once? Sure, the store's security footage will absolve me.
Okay, I know I keep saying it, but this editing is rhythmic and mesmerizing. I am transfixed by each shot selection and duration. All right, lock in, lock in, lock in.
You want anything from the shop?
Cornetto.
No luck catching them killers then?
It's just the one killer, actually.
The killer or the swan?
Killers then?
It's just the one killer, actually.
No luck catching them killers then?
Get us back to the station, now!
Pronto. Okay, here we go.
It's more than one person. It's more than one killer.
Do yourself a favor. Sleep on it. And if you still feel the same in the morning, I give you my word. I'll get right onto it.
Well, that's rather disheartening. Man who prides himself on being good at his job is at a loss. This movie's finely tuned, though. This movie is finely tuned, though. Oh! I beg your finest pardon. Oh, well, the hound. You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Hey, Biggin. Playtime's over.
Oh.
Michael.
A little wisecracking as he cracks him over the head. I appreciate it.
Everything okay? Yarp. Sergeant Angel's been taken care of. Yarp. He's not gonna get back up again.
The world according to Yarp.
Frank, this just got real. Gonna just sent someone to kill me, and now he's gone somewhere.
Playtime's over. This is what separates the boys from the men.
Several places at once. How could you possibly?
Oh.
I just can't believe Leslie's dead. How did it happen?
You'll find that we run a very tight ship here.
Could do something.
The NWA of all people. F the police.
Well. I see we have visitors.
I'm arresting you under suspicion of conspiracy to commit murder. You should be ashamed.
Calling yourself a community that cares.
Oh, but we do care, Nicholas.
It's all about the greater good.
How can this be for the greater good?
Okay. A bit robotic.
This blower's fate was simply the result of his being an appalling actor.
You murdered him for that?
Well, he murdered Bill Shakespeare.
What?
The Dramatic Society is an important feather in our cap.
Not a lot of latitude here, huh? A short leash this community has.
And so Eve deserved to die too?
Oh, she did have a very annoying laugh.
And George?
He had an awful house.
Is that a murderous offense? Having a peculiar guffaw? This is delightful. Killing people for idiosyncrasies is quaint and great writing.
Shut it! These people died for no reason whatsoever!
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
Oh, not the head honcho. Not Professor Slughorn.
So this doesn't make any sense.
The adjudicators arrive tomorrow. We had to get everything ready.
You saying this is all about winning the best village award?
This is the best village, Nicholas.
Keeping up with the Joneses for appearance's sake.
You are all gonna have to come with me.
No, Nicholas. I'm afraid it is you who is
Ah.
come with us.
He's outnumbered, man. Oh.
Daddy, no.
Et tu, Danny? Et tu?
Back off!
Nicholas, you haven't got it in you.
I mean it!
I feel betrayed that Danny was a part of it. Why does it hurt so?
If we don't come
You'll get it right.
All for the purposes of winning some community beauty contest is diabolical. I cannot be more clear. Please let this be a fever dream. He was just trying to keep the peace. Affect positive change, man.
Ta-da!
What are you doing?
Saving your skin.
Prestidigitation for the win.
NWA have murdered! That's not true. It is! Dad just said it was his special
Clubby, I thought it was about on their way. There are skeletons back there. I don't know nothing about no skeleton. What did you think?
Nah, Danny boy, you're complicit.
Hank, he's appointing himself judge, jury, and executioner. He's not judge, Judy, and executioner.
Judge Judy. Decaffeinated.
I can come back and I can bring the blue fury of the Metropolitan Police Service with me. Forget it, Nicholas. It's Sanford.
Forget it, Jake. It's Chinatown, man. As they're bathed, they're awash in red. This is some subtly outstanding filmmaking. My hat's off to you. My proverbial hat. Well, a little editing. Will he be able to let bygones be bygones? He risked his neck. He kept his life. But will he be able to switch it off? If I were a Batman, and I'm not, FanDuel, I'd say not. I'd say there's not a chance.
Sir, is there anything I can do for you?
Serendipity, baby.
No. This is something I have to do myself.
Gotta get the appropriate shades, man. And the crime-fighting accoutrement.
Another beautiful day. Tommy?
Well, f***o-doodle-doo. Too late, bucko. Hit her with that jump kick. Oh, man. Y'all got the right one today, baby.
Want to do something useful?
Absolutely. A little minor graffiti. Oh, man. This writing is impeccable.
Archie Angel's back. Check out his horse.
Angel is painting the town red. He is the agent of your undoing. You better recognize. A horse with no name.
Morning.
Y'all about to be mourning. Grieving, that is. Ah, to be young. Ah. They're flouting your rules. They're free spirits. This lady, dude. That's a drive-by of a kind. That's what I'm talking about, Danny. Get some redemption.
That's what I'm talking about.
He's in like Flynn. I couldn't have said it better myself, even though I did.
Fascist!
This movie is scintillating.
Hag.
This is a scintillating and a compelling watch, man. Every setup is being paid off. And this pleases my cinephilic brain. Unutterably. I cannot express to you how much I love this.
Stop this, please! Let us stop this mindless violence!
Oh, the clergy.
You may not be a man of God, but surely you're a man of peace.
I may not be a man of God, Reverend, but I know right, and I know wrong. And I have the good grace to know which is which.
Oh, grasshopper.
Whoa!
Jesus Christ!
Forgive you, Father, for you have sinned.
I brought you into this world. I think it's rather fitting I should be the one to take you out of it. You and your interfering little friend.
calling him an interloper.
Drop him.
This the end of the road? Is that all she wrote? Oh. Oh, doctor, that's a tough road to toe.
Doctor, deal with it. Yeah, mother. Daddy, let's roll. What do you think?
Hey, man. This movie is invigorating. Invigoratingly good. I feel like I got a little adrenaline bump, a dopamine drip coursing through my veins when I watch this, because this writing couldn't be better. Edgar Wright, anybody? That's it. I'm watching all of his movies. It is decided.
Have you ever wondered why the crime rate in Sanford is so low, and yet the accident rate is so high?
Yeah, what?
You've been brainwashed, Tony. Brainwashed into naivety by an old man with a murderous obsession.
Come on, convert him. Convert him to the truth.
It's only now that I'm starting to realise how ridiculous it all is.
Silence, Danny!
Think of your mother.
Mum is dead, Dad. For the first time in my life. You know, I'm glad. If she could see what you've become, I think she'd probably kill herself all over again.
That's so dark, dude. That's a dark joke.
Controlled by Frank and the NWA. They've lulled everyone into thinking this is a perfect village and killed anyone who's threatened to change that.
Real reactionary, the Big Lebowski.
You're not seriously going to believe this man, are you? Are you? He isn't even from round here!
Maybe it's time to give it up, sir.
Come on now. You're at the end of your tether. The jig is up.
Straight now. Well, we've got the element of surprise. Longer we wait, more time they've got to mobilise. I say we go in through the front entrance, take the place oil by oil. They won't be expecting that.
Very good, what he said.
All right, music to our ears, I suppose.
Wait here.
Don't go in on your own.
Don't worry. He knows what he's doing.
Deal with the stove. I'll deal with the trolley boy. Hey?
He gave it the old dry run, man. This movie really has come alive. The flower of this movie is in bloom, like Nirvana. Name me a better written movie. Leave me a comment, because every aspect of this film is glorious. This movie is bone-chillingly great. Don't say Affleck. Don't say Affleck. Ben Affleck.
Stay back! Or the ginger nut gets it!
Okay. No need to be derogatory there, fella. Not only is he gouging prices, he's gouging eyes.
Your village anymore!
There's a changing of the guard. Oh, look at that shot, man.
What's your name?
R.N.A. Arns.
Sorry?
He has perspired. Perspired.
It's over.
Oh, I'm going to miss the ice cream.
Yeah, well, don't worry. There's plenty of ice cream at the station.
Isn't that right, Danny?
Stay back!
Oh, chunky monkey.
No! We don't want any more bloodshed! Just go ahead!
Oh. He just reached his breaking point. Point Break, baby.
I feel like I should say something smart.
You don't have to say anything at all.
And that in itself is a smart thing to say.
I've been kind of busy.
We need you back. The figures have gone a little squiffy in your absence, it has to be said.
Squiffy.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I kind of like it here. We have to do a considerable amount of paperwork.
How? How do you sit down and construct such a wonderfully executed piece of humor consistently throughout this film?
And state that we say staffing, not manpower, because manpower's a bit sexist.
You don't mind a bit of manpower, do you, Doris?
Oh, dirty bastard!
Real cheeky. I don't know how I do it.
You know what you are.
Give it up.
Bloody busybody!
There better be a lot of ketchup.
Oh, God, no.
I am bewildered. I am nonplussed at how a movie can be this great. This is some spectacular writing, through and through, from bottom to top, every frame. How do you sit down and write something like this, man? This is top tier choice.
Hold on, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine.
It's gonna be just fine.
I'm gonna be thinking about this movie 1 year later. This has left an indelible impression on my soul, at the risk of overstating things. This movie is not gonna take a grave turn, is it? Did Danny really expire?
Hope these are okay.
They're lovely.
Aww. He said if Mom was alive to see you today, she would kill herself off over again.
Sergeant Butterman, Little Hand says it's time to rock and roll.
Bring the noise.
That tracks. Who wrote it? Who wrote it? If it's directed by Edgar Wright, did he write it? Edgar Wright and Simon Pegg. I am completely engrossed with the concept of this movie and how Edgar Wright and Simon Pegg actually sat down, because as a person who writes screenplays, it's inconceivable and it's impossible to explain how difficult this is to do. Every setup got paid off impressively. This is an impressive film. Callback galore, you name it. I love the British sensibility. I love British humor. Two of my favorite shows, Peep Show and The IT Crowd. I watched it to this day. I was watching The IT Crowd last night. The way this movie is able to engineer such a delightful movie experience is astounding. It really is. This is a fascinating movie. A crown, a little quaint town who prides themselves on low crime rates, keeps those crime rates low by murdering anybody with the smallest sin or flaw or peccadillo. You know, if you're not that great of an actor, you deserve to go because you're a blemish, you're a blight to our society. That's an insane angle to take. Nicholas Angle. Sure, I said Angel. A little political commentary being insinuated into the movie, namely for the greater good. You know, you're basically damaging, you're causing mayhem in your community for appearances, you know, and you're kind of employing propaganda to your constituents and the people who live in your community by making them believe something that is objectively false, namely that it's safe to live there. You know, as long as you give the appearance of safety as opposed to it actually being so. There's some symbolism there. It's an allegory, a parable. I always conflate parable and allegory, but you'll forgive me. Yeah, man, I am gonna watch everything Edgar Wright has done. I remember being in the theater in 2017 watching Baby Driver. I didn't know who Edgar Wright was. I just saw it was a brilliantly constructed. It was a wonderful trailer that Baby Driver had. And I like the concept of using music in that fashion to enhance or maybe even drive the narrative. And then 2021, I remember having a great time watching The Last Night in Soho, starring Anna Taylor-Joy, am I right? And what was the other guy? Mackenzie something or other. But in any event, yeah, I like the notion of that film. I don't know. I'm going to watch all of Edgar Wright's work, and particularly his collabs, and particularly his collaborations with Simon Pegg. I am pinching myself at how they pull this off, man. And I was like, how can they build upon the joy that is Shaun of the Dead? But they seemingly one-upped, you know? They said, I see you, first movie, and I raise you a vigorously better sequel, in my opinion. One man's humble opinion. I think this is better than Shaun of the Dead. Out of the sheer, you know, expertise and proficiency they're displaying, Wright and Pegg, in this writing, let alone the acting. I felt like I was in good hands watching this. That's what we live for. That's what I live for as a cinema enthusiast. I don't know what the third movie is in this Cornetto trilogy, but I cannot look forward to it more. I don't know what it's called, but I am going to watch it on this channel in the near future just to complete the trifecta, or what I hope is the trifecta. Because right now it's two titans of movies, dude. Two juggernauts of movies out of this trilogy. So if the third one is as good as either of these two, if it's half as good, I'll consider that time well spent. I like the arrangement. I like the formula of having Nicholas Angel be this kind of buttoned up, this really strict rule follower, and losing his wife because of it. And so that is a painful thing, but he is kind of like experiencing cognitive dissonance because he can't, as they say, switch it off. Can't switch it off. So he is farmed out to this low-key town, and comedy, hilarity, darkness, and tragedy ensues, man. This movie is funny, man. This movie is funny. And I'm glad I watched it today. And I'm glad you watched it with me. Thank you for taking this time. Thank you for watching it. If you're watching it this far, I appreciate you. I cannot express more gratitude to you. Thank you to all my YouTube subscribers and all my patrons over there on the Patreon. Join the Patreon if you want to get early access to all of my videos I upload to YouTube and unedited full-length reactions. All 8,000. We've cracked the 8,000 mark. All 8,000 of you. Thank you. Legitimately, thank you. I can't even fathom how this has come to pass, but I appreciate it, and I appreciate you for your valuable time you take to watch this week in and week out. Thank you to all of my patrons. Your generosity moves me and allows me to do this. Thank you to my Prestige. Thank you to my Prestige Worldwide members who are getting unedited full-length videos and early access. Russian Paul, Owen, Robert M, Thistlefig, FizzU, Danae N, Dor, Bandit G, and Carla. And last but certainly not least, my superior Cupidity tier, who on top of getting the aforementioned access and full-length videos, they are requesting movies for me to watch this month. Special shout out to DeAndre Flyboy, Mega Reacts, KDS, V-Dub, Becky A, and Richard B. I'm a little behind on my movie requests due to technical difficulties on my end, but I'm back at it like I never left, baby. So if you're interested, join that tier, and thank you to my current members. And this was a hoot and a half, dare I say a hoot and 3/4. It was 2007's Hot Fuzz, and as always, till we meet again.